I always wondered if I was the glue holding my family together, or just the stain they were tired of scrubbing out. So I did something desperate. I staged a disappearance during a solo hiking trip in the Cascades. I left my Jeep at the trailhead, keys in the ignition, and hiked 10 miles out to a cabin I'd rented under a fake name. I watched the news on my laptop, waiting for the heartbreak. And it came. My girlfriend Maya was on the local news every night, sobbing, begging for me to come home. My brother looked like a shell of a man. The guilt, it was suffocating. I realized I didn't want to be a ghost. I wanted to be loved. 2 months later, I walked up to our apartment. I was shaking so hard I could barely hold my keys. I unlocked the door, expecting a movie moment. Tears, screams of joy. But when I walked in, the air was different. It smelled like expensive vanilla and fresh paint. Maya was on the sofa, laughing, and sitting next to her, his arm draped around her shoulders, was my loyal best friend, Leo. I stood there breathless. Maya? There was only this cold, sharp annoyance. What are you doing here, Caleb? She asked. Her voice was flat, like she was talking to a telemarketer. I stuttered. I'm alive. It was a mistake. I got lost. Leo stood up. He didn't look surprised either. He looked bored. We know you faked it, man, Leo said. The police found your burner phone receipts a month ago. My heart stopped. Then why didn't you call me? Why the news report? Maya stood up and walked toward me. She didn't hug me, stopped 3 feet away, because for the first time in 5 years, but I wasn't worried about you, she whispered. The missing version of you was easier to love than the real one. Leo doesn't play games. He doesn't need to be hunted. She handed me a cardboard box that had been sitting by the door. All my stuff, already packed. We decided to keep the tragedy narrative for the neighbors, she said, closing the distance to the door. It's cleaner that way. To this city, you're still a ghost. Do us a favor and stay dead. Click of the deadbolt was the loudest thing I've ever heard. I realized then, I didn't just stage my death, I gave them permission to finally start living.